Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you are watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. Really appreciate you being here. We're going to be talking about Elon Musk, okay, and some news that's come out with him with his new company, Neuralink. Okay, this is a company that's going to be producing some sort of computer chip that will get implanted into your brain and can supposedly enhance functions like bodily functions. Maybe if you lost, the ability to use your limbs or potentially even your eyesight. Apparently, it can increase eyesight and so many other things. And before we get into all this, I understand that this whole thing seems very dystopian, and I'm sure it scares a lot of people. And some people are probably shaking their heads right now when they're thinking about this, but the first human trial has been completed as of today. Okay, and this person that took this chip in the brain is doing well. They're recovering. And they're going to be running some tests and see how well this Neuralink computer chip is able to help improve their functions. So yeah, very creepy to think about. But yeah, Elon Musk has a lot of amazing ideas, and I think in a lot of ways this thing really can be amazing and it can be helpful to the people that need it. But at the same time, it's also very scary because we are moving into a digital age. Where everything is going to be digital pretty soon. Everything is connected through the internet, our phones, everything, and apparently as well, these Neuralink devices, when they get implanted to your brain, can also be used to control your phone without even using your hands, just by simply thinking. Um, the amount of power that these things can create is very frightening if you really think about it. So I want to show you all a video. I got a video here of Elon Musk. He's being interviewed and he's talking a little bit about this Neuralink program, and it does sound like it's going to be a great thing that's going to help a lot of people. But again, it's pretty scary. So let's take a look at this real quick.
And the initial devices will really just be pretty basic. It'll be about restoring functionality to people who've lost their connection between their brain and their body. So you can imagine, like, if, say, Stephen Hawking could talk or communicate as fast as somebody with a fully functioning body. Mm-hmm. That would be amazing. So that's like what we're trying to do. That's our first application, is to restore functionality to quadriplegics, tetraplegics, and people who've just, for whatever reason, no longer have a connection between, or have a limited connection between their brain and their body. Mm-hmm. And then the second application would be restoration of eyesight. So if somebody's gone completely blind, maybe even has lost the optic nerve, you can actually still directly stimulate the neurons in the visual part of the cortex. So you can give a direct vision to the brain. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as you can see there, this Neuralink thing is going to have different abilities. Okay, it's gonna be able to improve, physical function, potentially eyesight, and we're going to be going into many other things that it can really do. So before we get into this article here, I'm going to be showing you one. Let me know what you think down below. I'm curious what the average person really feels about this. Like, does this concern you at all? Do you think this is something amazing for humanity? Are you concerned of this getting into the wrong hands of the wrong people? All right, and being used for bad things, or it's scary. And there's actually a movie that this kind of reminds me of. Well, actually, two movies that I'm thinking of right now. The first one is probably Surrogates. If you guys have ever seen that, I believe it has Bruce Willis in it. And basically in that movie, you connect yourself to like a machine or like a computer in your house, and then you run a surrogate body, like a robot basically, that goes around in public for you, and you control that thing with your brain, and while you're at home sleeping in your chair, and this surrogate goes around and you control it as if it's you, but it's not really you. It's a surrogate society. It's a society of robots basically, and nobody is real. They're all the real people are at homes in their chairs connected to the matrix basically. And I thought it was very reminiscent of that. It reminds me of that. And then there's also a TV show, I think it was called oh, I can't remember the name now. I want to say it was called like Just Us or something like that. It was on Netflix. I'll have to go and look it up, and if I remember, I'll remind you guys again. But it was like a Russian TV show of like a society where robots help people. They stay in their homes and like they help you clean and stuff like that. And then everybody on their wrists, they had like these hologram looking, watches or something that would pop out, and they would control it with their hands, but it almost seems like they could control things with their brain. So it was like a very advanced society. So it was like, I don't know, it was creepy, but I'll have to remember the name because I can't remember it at the moment. But let's get into this article here. I want to discuss this with you. So, what to know about Elon Musk's Neuralink, which puts an implant into the human brain? Elon Musk says his ambitious plans to let humans wirelessly connect their brains with phones and other devices have taken a new step, announcing the first human has received a brain implant from his Neuralink company. The person who hasn't been identified is recovering well, Musk said on X, the former Twitter. Initial results show promising neuron spike detection, is what he says. Shows promising neuron spike detection, he added, referring to the cellular activity between our brains and our nervous systems. The news comes after Neuralink began recruiting potential human test subjects for its clinical trial. The company got Food and Drug Administration approval for the trial last May, saying it wanted to enlist people ages 22 and above who are living with quadriplegia due to spinal cord injury or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, the disease that robs people the ability to control their bodies. That's crazy. But um, so yeah, I was thinking about this right now. I was like, would any of you want to be a test subject for this? I can't imagine just being so delighted to be like, yeah, go ahead and cut my brain open and implant a chip in my brain, and it's, I don't know, that just creeps me out. Neuralink's clinical trial is called Prime, the precise robotically implanted brain computer interface. As the name implies, the process involves using a robot to surgically insert the wires of the company's implant into part of the brain related to movement. The device is designed to interpret a person's neural activity so they can operate a computer or smartphone by simply intending to move. No wires, physical movement are required, Neuralink said, as it called for volunteers. So you could literally control your phone or a computer with your eyes or your brain, basically. Like, the amount of power that this thing has is just absolutely crazy. And just imagine if this becomes a major thing later on where lots of people are going and getting these implanted. It's pretty scary. Neuralink says its implant procedure employs custom made microscopic needles. As the company said last October, the tip is only 10 to 12 microns in width, only slightly larger than the diameter of a red blood cell. The small size allows threads to be inserted with minimal damage to the cortex. The goal of the Prime trial, the company said in a promotional video, is to place a small, cosmetically invisible implant in a part of your brain that plans movement. What about the brain implant? The implant includes 1,024 electrodes distributed across 64 threads, according to Neuralink. The implant is the key hardware component of the trial. The other focus points are the surgical robot and the Neuralink user app that connects wirelessly to a computer or device. That's absolutely wild. Enables control of your phone or computer and through them almost any device just by thinking, he tweeted Monday evening. Initial users will be those who have lost their use of their limbs, he said. Imagine if Stephen Hawking could communicate faster than a speed typist or auctioneer. That is the goal. Neuralink says it aims to redefine the boundaries of human capability, telling prospective participants in the Prime trial that they could significantly shape the future of interaction independence, not just for you, but for countless others. So, wow, it's crazy to think that we really are moving into a world. I think it's called transhumanism. I think they talk about that at the World Economic Forum. They talk about transhumanism, basically merging. I may be wrong about this, but I believe it's transhumanism, where they're linking a human with a machine. So it's like a hybrid. You're a human that is linked with a machine, and you're no longer like a complete human. And this whole idea of transhumanism is very scary because imagine if in just 50 years, 100 years from now, the world is we're not even really humans anymore. We're like an advanced species of that, and the people that choose to not get this implant or become part of the matrix and go through this transhumanism process could be like looked down upon or frowned upon, right? And it's scary to think about that this is our future now. Like this right here is where our future is going, and how it's going to change, how our world's going to change. And just imagine this one little computer chip going into your brain, how much it's going to impact everything, and all of our daily tasks, everything we do. At some point, if this is really that successful, you won't have to really do much of anything anymore with your hands. Okay, everything could be done with your brain. And it even makes me think a little bit about levitation and things like that, and the ability to levitate things like just with using your brain. Like this could be very powerful, and it's an amazing invention. And I think what Elon Musk here is doing, he's on the right path to trying to help people that really need it. But at the same time, this could really be used in bad ways if it gets in the hands of the wrong people. So I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. How do you feel about this, and does this concern you at all, or are you all for it? Do you think this is something amazing for society? What do you really think? Let me know. But that's going to be all I have here for you. I just kind of want to like discuss this and get this out in the public's view, and let you know what's going on here, what Elon Musk is doing. But he's got a lot of crazy ideas, and he's a very smart individual. So yeah, go ahead and let me know what you think down below. I appreciate you guys being here. That's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell, and YouTube will notify you as soon as a video goes live. And we do put out several updates a day. So thank you so much again for tuning in. Appreciate it, guys. Hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care, and God bless.